Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Podolsky. I'm with the proposal team here at AVEVA Select California and got to attend AVEVA World. And for those of you who didn't, you missed a great event and happy to be able to share some of the successes we had with customers and their AVEVA Pi systems with you today. I am highlighting two municipality examples, but I just want to make it clear that Pi is used in many different industries all over the globe. And these concepts are applicable to many different industries. So even though today my success stories are kind of focused around that municipal space, just know that these success stories are found on the Aviva World presentations, and you can see lots of other successes in different industries if you need to see some in your industry specifically. So I'll start off by sharing my screen. So here is the city of Riverside. It's a municipality that has been using Pi for a long time. But prior to adopting the Pi system, they had employees that were spending several hours a day compiling this report. And the report included data from all over the organization, and it was a very manual effort to pull this siloed data into this largely manually created report. Then this report would be delivered to the desks of decision makers by the next morning in order to make operational changes based on 24-hour-old data. So the city of Riverside set out to kind of change this. They knew they needed to make a change and get more real-time information at their disposal. So as they introduced the Pi system, they created that same report, but in a live dashboard. So they collected all of the data that they needed to make this report into the Pi system. They stored that data, they enhanced that data with Pi Asset Framework, and then they delivered that same report in real time in this dashboard. It helped the city increase operational efficiency and saved over $50,000 annually by just diverting the labor for this particular report into something else. So that person who made this report could then do something more important for the organization elsewhere. This real-time dashboard empowered decision makers to make those decisions in real time as opposed to waiting 24 hours and just sped up efficiency overall. Um, in total, just by automating these processes, the city of Riverside saved over $3 million in the first 3 years of implementing the Pi system. And since all of the data was aggregated into the Pi server, it allowed the organization to create reports really easily. So um, all of this data that was now existing in the Pi server became very easy to report on. So the CT compliance reports that they had to do that included lab data and SCADA data, they could simply just enter a date range into Pi Data Link, which is the Excel add-in for Pi. They could create the reports very easily with basically a click of a button and a date range, could deliver those reports to anyone they needed in the organization. I have another example here of a different municipality. One of the challenges that a lot of our municipal water organizations face is aggregating lab data and SCADA data. I just wanted to show a very simple example of how one of our customers is doing permit tracking for themselves. This is a live permit tracking dashboard that includes some situational awareness for folks if they're having a problem meeting any of their compliance need. This dashboard will change colors to alert them that there's an issue in their system. Another use case that I think is very exciting is San Jose Water. They use the Pi system to help them accomplish a goal that they had to reduce energy usage and move their pump runtimes out of peak energy rate hours. They also wanted to automate pump efficiency field tests and improve overall equipment monitoring so that they can reduce the amount of reactive maintenance that they were doing. So their journey really began by unifying all of these disparate data silos like PG&E rate schedules, temperature metadata, pressure monitoring information, SCADA data, weather data, utility billing information. They put all that into the data archive and then modeled that data with an asset hierarchy that include real world naming conventions. So one of the beauties of Pi is that you have the ability to change some of those machine friendly languages into more human friendly language so that everyday analysts and folks in your organization can reference um, these tags or data points from a common nomenclature that anyone could understand. So they used that asset framework to model this data and then delivered that data as actionable information via Pi Vision and Pi Data Link. The results were a dashboard that looks like this one that enables them to operate their pumps during off-peak hours, allowing them to prioritize the most efficient pumps in their fleet, reducing their carbon footprint, and overall saving them tons of money. So they can move all their pumps, the most efficient ones, out of peak hours, and ultimately in year one they saved $540,000 in utility cost reduction alone. There was additional added benefit by being able to identify efficiency anomalies within their pumps. And instead of having that reactive maintenance of, going out for pump failures, they could detect anomalies within the efficiency scores and then send somebody out for preventative maintenance and save downtime and equipment failure. So those are just a couple quick success stories that we have. I did want to, like I noted before, there's a lot of other presentations available, and also AVEVA is really doing a great job of getting some commercial models that are accessible to municipalities out in the market today. If you guys are in the municipality space and interested in using Pod, please reach out to your distributors, and we can help you get connected with some special pricing for municipalities. In general, we're excited to have Pi as a part of the Vivo portfolio. It's definitely a huge part of the story that Maury was describing of bringing information from engineering all the way to the cloud. I'm looking forward to, more customers joining the Pi family. If you have any other questions or want to explore other success stories, this is available, or you can reach out to me directly. Be happy to share with you those things.